Welcome, friends, to the Sounding Off podcast for Tuesday, August 27th, 2024. I am your host, Eddie Gonzalez, and joining me this evening is a special guest, Yanina Toro. Yanina is a dual Russian American citizen, wife and mother to I believe he's a 5-year-old American citizen. And Yanina and her husband, the father of the child, and also an American citizen, have filed for filed an application. Can't even get my words out tonight, but filed an application for Russian citizenship for their son. But that application was denied just today, and the reasons for the decision are not so clearly defined, as we will see. But very, very interesting. And without delay, I am going to bring on my special guest. Welcome, Yanina Toro, to the Sounding Off podcast.
Hi, Eddie. I'm happy to see you.
Likewise, Yanina. We've been doing fine. Thank you so much. And hopefully, we're going to find some answers by sharing your story. I think this is very timely information, especially this comes just a week after President Putin's signed decree that allows foreigners of unfriendly countries, gives them an easier pathway to citizenship. But that road to citizenship can be difficult to navigate, as we sometimes see. And that seems to have been the case with your son. So if you could please just tell us a little bit about yourself and what has brought you to this point where your son was denied citizenship.
Of course, yes. I will introduce myself first. My name is Yanina Toro. I was born in Russia. I am first of all Russian citizenship, and I went to USA about 15 years ago, where I got married with my husband, Toro Anthony, and I got American citizenship. So now I have dual citizenships, Russian and American. And our son was born in USA, California, Toro Alexander. So now our family is here in Russia, and we would like to have a Russian citizenship for our son. And that should be easy because I am Russian citizenship. He's my son. Yes, so
Right.
Yes, we applied all the package. We went to the company, actually private company, who is helping you to organize everything and to help you with the process. And you pay some extra money, and they guide you and they help you to make it easier. And after all, it's been 2 months since we applied. And today I heard the news. I heard the news from them that they couldn't proceed with our citizenship. The reason is because they want me to go back to USA and change his birth certificate. Because on the birth certificate, when it says mother, there is my maiden name, not the marriage name. Though I was married by then, I was already wife, and I had my last name is Toro. But in USA, especially in California, by their law and by their rules, they put mother's maiden name. That's it. So,
Yes.
yes, in other words, Russian office, immigration office, private immigration office wants me to change something I couldn't change. There is no
mhm.
way. It's not possible. And another option, I told them I could not go there. I'm here right now, and we need to do something. And I would like my son to get his citizenship. And we provided all the other documents, right, like a marriage certificate, for example, where you can see the change of the last names from my maiden name to my recent last name, which is Toro.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it's all clear, all the documents provided, everything is there, you can see it. But for some reason, it's not enough for them. And
Right.
there it is. So now we have this problem, and that happens today. It was not expected, and maybe there are some people who has the same problem in the world, but we don't know.
Right.
Maybe
Right.
somebody has the same situation right now and they're trying to fight it also. So maybe we can help each other. Maybe somebody can give us some advice how to go and what to do. So that is my
Absolutely.
question.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. And I believe that there probably is a very simple solution to this, but this highlights the complexity of dealing with Russian bureaucracy because uh, everything must be perfect. And Alina Self here has a question. I'm going to put this up here
Mhm.
if I can. Why is it not showing up? Why boy's birth certificate has your maiden name if you were married by that time? And go ahead,
Mhm.
Yanina.
Yes, as I said earlier, that is how they do in California. Uh, they don't put the last name by the marriage. It's always mother's maiden name. That's it.
Yes,
And
and
I
in
believe,
fact, go ahead.
in fact, I believe it's their kind of genetical reasons, which I don't know a lot about the whole story, but it's something about genetical reasons. They put the modern maiden name, not the genealogical name. I'm sorry, my English not
No, no, no.
that perfect
Absolutely.
sometime.
Genealogy,
Yes,
genealogical or something like that. Yes.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
but even but even on my birth certificate from Texas,
Uh-huh.
it lists my mother's name and her maiden name, even though she was
Mhm.
married to my father at the time of birth.
Yes,
And I'm sure
yes.
that there are many states like that, but that's
Mhm.
my official birth certificate. And so, yeah, very,
Mhm.
very interesting. If anybody, especially any Russians or any dual citizen folks out there in YouTube land who are watching this live, if you have any idea how this can be fixed, I'm sure there's an easy fix for it. Please put it down in the comments and we'll uh, try to find that. And also, if you have any questions with regard to the process that Yanina has gone through,
Yeah,
please let us know.
I will be happy to share everything, yes, what we did and how. Um, I'm happy to share all the information I have, yes, about the process, of
So,
course.
Yanina, on in the trying to paint a picture of exactly how this happened. So, you contracted a third-party company to
Mhm.
help you with the paperwork,
Yes, that's correct.
and so they filed the paperwork with the immigration
Mhm.
in on your behalf. So,
Yes.
have you had an opportunity to go in person to immigration and ask maybe for clarification or maybe something on their part?
Well, not yet. This company is located at the Krasnodar, and
Mm-hmm.
we are at Sochi right now. So I need to take a train to go there, which, of course, if it's needed, I will. But since it's happened just today, I wasn't able to go there right away. But yes, Krasnodar
Yeah.
is by train from us about 4 hours away by train.
Mm-hmm. I see. So
Hmm.
yeah, so there is a big distance between you and the immigration office. where this paperwork was filed. And I have put Yanina in touch with Timur. Timur is an immigration attorney. He was on the live with me and my co-host, my partner in crime, American in Crimea, Kevin Michalitzi. And he had talked to us about, and he had shared some stories that there have been cases where people like in Yanina's position, where there's differences in names, or perhaps a name was spelled one way, but in Russia or in Russian, in Cyrillic, it's spelled a different way. And this can cause problems. And yeah, absolutely, it is a big deal. So Yanina, you would like to also share your story in Russian for our Russian listeners. And if you would like to, I'll happy to give you the floor for that.
Oh, right now?
Yes, if you'd like to just go ahead and brief the Russian audience.
Yeah, of course. So, on Russian now. My name... Ой, меня зовут Янина. I'm sorry. Меня зовут Янина. Я гражданка России. Я вышла замуж за Тони, Торо, и стала гражданкой Америки. То есть у меня двойное гражданство. В Америке родился наш сын Саша. Сейчас мы находимся в России, и мы в процессе получения гражданства на Сашу. Саше 5 лет. У нас есть с собой весь пакет документов, переведенные с апостилем. Мы обратились в частную компанию, которая помогает с процессом оформления документов и помогает вам, чтобы не было ошибок и чтобы не было задержек. Но на данный момент прошло уже чуть больше, чем 2 месяца, и мы до сих пор не получили гражданство. И сегодня я получила новость о том, что мы, возможно, его не получим, потому что в свидетельстве о рождении нашего сына в графе, где указана мама, указана моя девичья фамилия, не фамилия по браку. Я объяснила инспектору по телефону, что в Америке такой закон, и там всегда пишут фамилию мамы девичью в свидетельстве о рождении, а не по браку. И это такой закон. Мне сказали, что я должна поехать в Америку и это изменить. По телефону мне пришлось объяснять, что я это изменить не могу. Мне придется менять закон, и это не в моих силах, к сожалению. И документ правильный, не подлежит измене, куда бы меня ни отправили, я его не смогу поменять. Вот наша проблема сейчас в этом. Из-за этого остановился процесс получения гражданства для моего сына Александра. И мы ищем ответы. Мы ищем ответы, мы хотим узнать, что мы можем делать дальше, чтобы сдвинуть эту проблему и получить гражданство нашему сыну. I was trying to be short.
Спасибо, Yanina. And I'm going to put this information up on the screen now. This is the phone number to Timur, the immigration lawyer. This is his phone number and his Telegram. So if there's any of you out there who are in need of counsel and consultation with regard to immigration issues in Russia, I highly recommend that you contact Timur. And hopefully Timur can get you an answer, Yanina, to you and Tony in short order, and try to get this resolved. And let's see.
That will be wonderful, yes. So we're looking for all the answers right now, because we just want to get I want to get my son's citizenship, that's all. Nothing criminal.
No, not at all. But you know, if your son has citizenship, then this makes it easier for then your husband to apply directly for permanent residence
And that is our
residency.
goal also. Yes.
Yeah. And
That is
so
our
at
next
this
step.
point, right, and this step kind of holds you back from going forward with that. And this also illustrates the fact, one of the things that that Timur brought about, I know Kevin's talked about it, Daniel's talked about it, I will tell you about it as well, is when you do move to Russia and you bring some of your documents from the United States, and those documents that you will need either for residency purposes, perhaps buying property, formalizing any types of contracts here in Russia, these documents need to be in proper order. Otherwise, you may be faced with the same situation that this company is telling Yanina. Well, go back to the States, fix your problem, and then come back. So this is not unique. This is not the first time that this has happened, and so, but problems do get solved. I'm sure there's going to be a part 2 to this story, and I guarantee that it's going to be a positive story. But,
I'm looking forward.
Absolutely, Yanina. And so, what other situations have you encountered? Because you've lived in the United States for how many years?
16th now.
16 years. And of course, your son is 5 years old, so he's lived his life in the United States.
Yes.
And do you have any plans of returning to Russia, or is this only just to get citizenship for your son and maybe your husband, and then maybe think about the possibility of immigrating, or what are your future plans?
Well, we are thinking about there is possibility, yes. And as I am Russian and as a mother, I think my son must to have a Russian citizenship first of all. And of course, I have Russian citizenship. My son gonna have it, I'm sure, soon. My husband and his father must have it too. So this is the next step. We're gonna proceed. We would like to apply for my husband and for my son father for his citizenship. That is going to be next step. And what is happening right now, it's kind of slowing down the process for everything, for his paperwork, which he is would like to start. Yes.
Right. And so, what, as a 5-year-old, how do you see your son? Does he enjoy Russia? Does he understand that he's in a different place? They speak a different language. I'm sure you speak Russian to him at home as well. But can you give us a sense of how your son feels? Is he excited? Have you talked to him about school, things like that?
He's 5 years old. About school a little bit too early, but I can tell he feels very comfortable. He loves to be here, and I can tell that he right now at this point where he's a little bit confused where is his home, over here in Russia or in USA. So he loves both at this point, but he loves it here, and that is the most important. And that is very good feelings, yes. And he's
Absolutely.
learning Russian. He's learning Russian. He's starting to speak slowly on Russian. I speak him to Russian all the time, and that is only difference for him, the language barrier, which he needs to break. He understands completely everything. We're just waiting for him start speaking in Russian to everybody.
Right.
Yes.
And Sid Nelson here has a question. He asks, "Will your son need citizenship if you move to Russia? Will he need citizenship to get into school?" Or
Yes, definitely. He gonna need that. Without citizenship, he couldn't go to childcare. He can go to school. It's needed. It's must to have. Yes, for us to live here. Of course.
good. Understand. Yeah, and Sid says he will be ahead of everyone soon in Russian. And I'm sure too, yeah, because first of all, kids, let me tell you, they pick up language so fast. There are many times that I wish that I had a Russian mother just so I would have learned Russian faster. You know,
Well,
instead,
he understands. I talked to him in Russian from the first day he was born, and he knows everything because he understands and doing whatever I'm asking him in Russian, but he's replying back to me in English. Now, which I hope it's going to
yeah.
change soon. I want to hear both English
So
and
we
Russian.
just got to get him to push those Russian words out. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it's gonna happen. He just needs a little more time. We are over here only about 3 months, so all this in the process. Yes.
Good. Well, Yanina, I am sure that there's going to be a solution for you. And anybody in the chat have any solutions or any other questions while we are still here? Put them down in the chat. I'm just going to look here and see if I can find any questions here. As I take a test. And we have Dmitry here saying, I am a citizen of Russia. Out of curiosity, I decided to take the test for obtaining Russian citizenship. I'm a little confused. If you're a Russian citizen, why would you take the test? Were you just refused to be given the test, maybe?
A little bit not clear. Yes, but interesting. Maybe we can clarify on this question.
Definitely. Let's see what I've got here. James, saludos desde, from South Carolina. Let's see what we got
It's state
here.
where we are from, South Carolina.
Mm,
Oh, North
yeah.
Carolina. I'm sorry, South Carolina. It's our neighbor state.
It's close. It's in the neighborhood.
Yes,
So let's see what we got here. I am not seeing any more questions here. So persevere, Sid says. A fellow Torah healer. There you go. Persevere and many prayers. So, yes, I hope that you receive some answers tomorrow, and hopefully you won't have to make that long trip to Krasnodar to meet with immigration in person. But
yes.
hopefully there will be some help for you, and I'm sure there will be. I'm going to ask you to come back when you have some really good information, because I know that you are going to get some answers to your prayers. And I just wanted to bring you on. I thought this was a quite compelling story, not only to get you help and to kind of amplify your voice on YouTube and hopefully find some people that will be able to help, or at least get you some answers to help.
Yes.
But at the same time, I wanted to stress the fact that for those of you in the West who are thinking of immigrating to Russia, first of all, come visit Russia, number one. But once you do, and if you decide that you do want to move to Russia, you have to understand how the bureaucracy for documents works here. And it's a little bit different. There is a difference in translation, and it can be difficult for many people. So let's see. Just read proper documents for children of residents. And yes, there is a clarification. Children of residents. So if you have a temporary residency or permanent residency, your child is eligible to go to school. So that's just a little.
That we will confirm. But as far as I was talking to the child care, to be the child registered at the apartment, how it's supposed to be over here in Russia, he needs to have his citizenships. So the registration of his, which he has right now, it's only for 3 months. And that type of registration, it's not allows to him to go to the governmental childcare of school.
There
And
you
to
go.
get, yes, and to get the permanent registration, he need to have the citizenship.
Right.
Otherwise, yes, otherwise the temporary registration for us, for him, we need to extend every 3 months. And we
Right.
need to file for extension every 3 months. That is not allowing him to be in a childcare, governmental childcare. Yes, you can go to private, and that is an option, but it's a little different. You want to have your child have a choice to go to private or
Right.
governmental.
Or
Yes,
government. Mm-hmm.
yes, we want to have this option, and we just want him to have 100% rights as a citizen, and he
Right.
has so. Yeah.
And right now, your son would then be legally here in Russia under a tourist visa.
Right now, yes.
Yes. Okay. And so
Yes.
yes, he would need at least temporary residency before he could attend school. So yeah, absolutely right.
Yes,
Very,
of
very
course.
good. Yanina, thank you so much for joining us. This is going to be just a very short little live this evening, but I hope we've amplified your voice and your question. And hopefully we will get an answer if any of you, if you're watching this and you watch this at a later time and you get an answer, please put it down in the comments, or feel free to reach out to me on my Telegram channel at Moscow Photographer on Telegram, and I will make sure that this message gets passed on to Yanina and her family. So, or maybe I can put you in contact with them directly. So, whatever help that we can get to the Toro family, we appreciate it. And I've got some comments here on just on the way out. Thanks for sharing your situations. So may help others in the future. Prayers and best wishes. And I'm wishing everything will work out great for you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody. And I hope we will get some answers. And when I will have them, of course, I will share it with everybody else who might be in the same situation. I'm sure I'm not alone. And I
No,
know
no, no,
won't.
no.
I know
I'm
won't
sure
anybody
other.
struggle with it. Yes.
Yes, I'm sure others have gone through this, and there will be a solution. So, thanks everyone for joining on just a short little live. Wasn't expecting to do this, but like I said, the need was there, and I'm glad we could help. So, thanks everyone. We
Thank
will
you.
see you next time. Пока.
Thank you, Eddie. Bye.
You're welcome. Пока.